Welcome back to the Magical Arts Hour. My name is Baldini, and now we have our second guest of our show. His name is Frenchie McFARLANE. You may or may not have heard of him. Probably a lot of you have, particularly if you've hired him or he's worked with you. But when you see his face, people are always like, who is that guy? I know that guy. And we're going to get to that in a second in terms of who he does look like. But let me tell you a little bit about Frenchie first. He's a comedian. He's an actor, a writer, an impressionist, a dialectician. Did you make that word up?
Oh, yes, I did.
And a radio TV personality. Please, at this time, with a big round of applause, let's welcome to the show, Frenchie McFARLANE. I want a handshake, buddy. I want a handshake. Don't leave me hanging. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Now, we're going to get into it, and I just want to state right off the top, you have an impressive track record. Again, I do a lot of scouring of websites, and I did scour your website, and I see that you have opened for Jim Carrey, Buddy Hackett, the Rolling Stones, to name a few big names, and the biggest name of all in Canada, Don Cherry. You opened for Don Cherry. So, we'll get into your comedy stuff and all that, and I know I'm going on a little bit, but what I want to do first is we'll get to the impressions, because I know you do impressions, over 75 of them.
Oh, yes, I'm doing one now.
Yeah.
The great Baldini.
You sound like Popeye, buddy.
Oh, no, I'm trying to do Johnny Carson.
See, Jay got it. Jay's going in the house, by the way. Check
How
him
do you
out,
get to the
Rogers.
Baldini show? You take the San Bernardino Freeway. You get off at the Schlausen cutoff, but don't cut off your Schlausen. Oh.
Or the guest, right? All right, we'll get to the impressions, and I know we all want to go back.
I
but
thought
you're
we'd
gonna-
already got there.
You're going to find this really, really interesting. Here's the deal. The year is 1982. The city is Toronto. And you ran for mayor on a platform of, and I quote, "If we're going to have comedians in City Hall, then let's have a professional." And that's why you ran.
That's right.
Tell us about it. Running against Art Eglinton in 1982, you lost by 6,000 votes? Unbelievable.
Art beat me by about 82,000 votes.
82,000
That
votes.
was the first attempt in 82.
Okay.
The second attempt in 2000 against Mel Shecky Lassman. That's when the cities amalgamated. Shecky. What is that? An audience or an oil painting?
Both.
Shecky got about 400,000 votes, and I got about 1,800.
Wow.
So I called a press conference the next morning and demanded a recount. I demanded a recount. How dare they miscount?
It was a Chad
I
issue.
said
It
you
was a
didn't count the
Chad issue.
Chads and the Dimples.
Now, I mean, was this to make a point, or were you, legitimately interested in running this city? Like,
If elected, I would have served.
okay,
And
and that's no joke.
no joke. I'm very politically inclined. And going by what we have at City Hall today, I think I could do a pretty good job.
I think most people would be in agreement with that.
I would allow the Toronto Star at City Hall. And I would do things that are just a little different than the current administration is doing.
Like not break promises, for example?
Yeah, break promise. And then I take on the guy in Ottawa, Harper.
Right.
I'd like to take him on and be the first ever professional comedian Prime Minister of Canada. Then the Americans would invade. They'd come in faster than Iraq.
Well, now that we're talking about our current mayor, Mr. Rob Ford, again, digging through your website, I noticed that you were the you were the headline act for, was it a benefit for Rob Ford? This is before he was mayor. You were actually,
This was a fundraiser.
Okay, a fundraiser.
A political fundraiser where they charged $150 a ticket,
Up to $250.
dinner, $250, whatever they charged, and cash bar. And I think we raised about $85,000, $90,000.
How does that opportunity come about? I mean, did Rob Ford's people call you, or just you've been around long enough, they said, let's get Frenchie?
I pitched them.
Okay.
I pitch everybody.
Okay. Well, how did you even know about the party?
Well, I knew they need money to run.
Okay.
So I sent them an idea, proposal, and somebody in the gang got interested and said, yeah, I know Frenchie. I saw him 20 years ago at the Elmo Combo. I was opening for McLean and McLean at the time.
Okay.
And it was a different type of a show. So they called after I proposed, and they said, yeah, how much do you want? And I, you know,
How much did you want?
oh,
I feel like Letterman right now. Exactly. How much did you want?
Oh, I hit him for like 80,000 Canadian Tire.
Canadian Tire dollars?
Yes.
Great.
And chocolate coins.
Frenchie. Now, Rob Ford, you obviously got a chance to meet him.
Yeah, he's an okay guy.
Outside of politics, perhaps.
Yeah, he's a good football
Drinking
coach.
beers. Football coach.
He's,
Beer
yeah,
buddy. You know.
he should. I don't think he should be mayor.
Okay.
He should be a counselor. He's a great counselor.
Mm-hmm.
And that brother he's no help either.
Doug.
Doug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you impersonate Rob Ford? Have you learned that yet? Can you do it?
No,
Not to
he's
put you
very
on the
hard
spot,
to do.
yeah,
No,
okay,
you got to be
okay.
sweating all the time, and you know what I mean, no.
So
I can
did
get
you vote for him?
I couldn't vote. I live in Aurora.
Oh, there you go. Easy out. Nice one, buddy. Nice one. Would you have voted for him?
Probably, yeah. It's good. He's good for
If
comedy.
I want to get hired by the guy again,
He's good for comedy.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, who was it? Someone said that once Bush left the White House, there was like nothing to make fun of anymore. But now Obama's brought it back. But,
Yeah, he's not funny though. No,
Yeah.
Obama. He's
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Bush just makes so many errors
Bush,
all the
no,
time.
Bush,
Yeah.
Bush, no.
Well, let's get back to the impressions because I just love this stuff. Some of the notable ones that I have been told that you like to do are Bill Clinton, Jack Nicholson, Howard Cosell, Marv Albert, Dr. Ruth Wesheimer, and plenty of sport celebrities. Let me just have you pick a couple of your favorite stories from this whole celebrity thing, and perhaps get into character of some of these people. For example, let's pick Jack Nicholson.
Thanks for asking. Well, hello, Canada.
that was in The Witches of Eastwood.
That's right.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the bitches of Beastwood. Love to be here in Canada. I just love your beer.
What else do you like about Canada, Jack?
Well, I like the lap dancers, I'll tell you right now. You gotta go to Quebec for that, though. But let me just say, they asked me to do my own dubbing for The Shining in French.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me, Jack, in French? Regardez la bâton, bitch. Qu'est-ce que fais-je avec le bâton? Je gonna whacker dans votre tête. Pourquoi? Parce que vous pissez moi off. Et voici Johnny.
Here's Johnny. That's great, man. Give it up for him. Yeah. Let's do a little Howard Cosell and Marv Albert calling, I don't know, an oil wrestling match.
This is Howard Cosell. And I'm talking with my friend Marv Albert.
Yes! Yes! And I'm wearing your wife's clothes. Yes, and I'm never taking them off. I love shooting from the ball and inside the paint.
I think you're a bit of a perv. You should go to a Canadian ice hockey game.
Yes! I'll slap a shot harder than you can stop it. You're rotten old. Muhammad Ali doesn't like you either. No! No!
My impression of Marv Albert, constipated.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah, you can applaud. All I got of Marv Albert is the low blow of the month. That's all I
Yes,
got.
he's just
right?
shooting from the paint.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's amazing. And before we break off into the Dr. Ruth, you said you do a lot of sports celebrities, to the notable ones, but you do get involved a lot. And I believe something you're talking about a blog you're writing right now. Would you like to expand on that?
Yes, I'm writing for the allhabs.net.
Habs being the Montreal,
Montreal
Canadiens. Boo.
they-
Boo. Oh. Producer Randy from Montreal, lived in Montreal.
And it's 5 or 6 writers, some with the Gazette, some with CTV.
Montreal Gazette.
Montreal Gazette.
Okay.
But they wanted me to do some comedic stuff. So I said, okay, so for that, I'm going to make fun of the Leaf, that's all. But the Leafs are winning. All the Leaf jokes are gone. So now I got to start making fun of the Canadians because
Yeah.
they're not doing that well.
And that town bleeds
I
blood
know.
from the Canadians, man.
But
like,
the Leafs will be in the playoffs. In fact, they've raised the 12 ounces of beer to $65 now. Hot dogs are $42. Popcorn, $16 for a bag of popcorn. Unbelievable. So I'm typing every night. I've done 2 so far. Good response. There's 50,000
habitants, yeah.
habitants, fans on the actual mailing list. And that means I'll be getting writing to the families of La Famille Richard. You know the Richard brother.
Yeah.
Maurice the Rocket.
Yeah.
Henri the Pocket
Henri the
Rocket.
Pocket Rocket.
Claude the Socket Pocket Rocket. Jean-Guy the Vest Pocket Socket. Davy Crockett in the Light Socket Rocket. And then the one inside jail. The Pickpocket. In the docket. Davy Crockett. Light Socket Vest Pocket Rocket Richard. Haul the brother there.
Wow. Mon Dieu.
In
That's all
35
I
seconds.
got. That's unbelievable. I mean, you work that stuff over, like, have you worked up a script for that, or is that just stuff that just came to you on the fly right now?
If you live in Montreal, it's there.
It's there.
It's there.
But I mean, the patter that you, when I, not that, when you make, you know,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
to
yeah,
build
yeah, add
that,
things.
to build that, you know.
Oh, yeah. Like the old CH joke in the Montreal Forum. The CH on the sweater. People
Yeah,
say, what is
center,
that? Center Heist.
Center heist.
That's where he dropped the puck. Center Heist. Whereas in the Leafs, I remember when I was a kid, we used to do the public address guy in the Gardens, Paul Morris.
Goal scored by number 14, Dave
No, he goes something
Keon.
like this. Leaf goal.
That's it.
Leaf goal by number
My cheekbones.
14, Dave Keon. Assisted by 2 other guys. Assist brought to you by Beehive Golden Corn Syrup.
Now, the Montreal would come into town, and one of the French guys would score.
Montreal goal by Guy the Flower. Assisted by 2 other names I can't pronounce. The time of the goal, about 8:15. Lucky Loblaw ticket number for the pound of hash, 967.
11.
11.
I got it. That's fantastic. You know, he used to sit up. You know where he sat?
I know.
Up at the side of the Blues.
I know.
That little and
Gondola. It was called a
and-
gondola.
Yeah, no, not even a gondola. It was like he had a little glass window.
Well, that was Harold.
That was the
That
guy
was
who-
Ballard.
No,
that was Ballard and Clancy.
No. This was a guy.
Play by
Harold
play.
Ballard sat down in the golds in
Yeah.
his box. This was up on the side, and it was a little glass window, and he was in a little room by himself, and I was so amazed when I sat.
Paul Morris.
This is what I'm talking about, the goal scorer guy, right?
Okay,
so, and
yeah.
I was amazed. Like, to
Yeah.
me, as a kid, you hear the voice,
Yeah.
and then finally I'm sitting in the Blues, and I notice this, and then when he says goal scored by,
Yeah.
and I could see his lips going, I'm going, that's the dude?
Did you
like-
know he was also the organist
No, I
at
did
the
not
Gardens
know
for
that.
30 years?
I did not know
The
that.
same guy that did
Dun-dun,
Leaf Goal.
dun-dun, dun-dun,
He was the
dun-dun,
organist.
dun-dun. Right.
Paul Morris.
Wow.
And they
Learn
dumped
something
him.
new every
They
day.
dumped him.
Well, when they moved over, because they moved to the ACC.
I miss him.
Yeah, no, he was great. So I know we got about 5 to 10 minutes left here, and I want you to do this bit at the end here. But before we do that, let's. Does anybody here, by the way, if I haven't told you, know who Frenchie looks like? Anyone ever see America's Most Wanted? America's Most Wanted? John Walsh? Well, I'll tell you what. I had a little bit of foresight, thought that might be the case, and so I have prepared a clip. Not of Frenchie, although it looks a lot like him, of America's Most Wanted, John Walsh. And we'll take a look at that now, and then you be the judge.
I'm John Walsh, host of America's Most Wanted. I've dedicated my life to hunting down criminals and putting them in jail. In my years as a partner with crime fighters all over the United States, I met a lot of great cops. And one of them is right here in Phoenix, Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Experienced, dedicated, a conservative who thinks outside the box. Sheriff Joe is a proven leader, and Arizona's lucky to have him. I really hope you'll keep him as sheriff, because America needs more cops just like Sheriff Joe.
Give us a little John Walsh. Give us a little John Walsh.
And another thing, I'm coming up here to Canada to help Stephen Harper.
we're going to put those pot tokers inside where they belong. 6 plants, 6 months. You got that, tokers? 6 plants, 6 months, no parole, no probation, no house arrest. You're going behind the clink, behind bars. Because pot smoking causes people to vote NDP. We figured that out. We know that means. And we all know what the NDP means, don't we? The nothing doing party. Jean Chrétien was right, even though I don't agree with his policies. But Jean Chrétien was right when he said, Hey, Canada, écoutez-moi, là. Listen, I'm only going to tell you this 3 times. I'm not going to tell you twice. Canada need a guy like me who talk from both sides of his mouth. On this side, I spoke English. Cette côté-là, je parle français. As a fact of matter, whoops, wrong side. As a fact of matter, when the Liberals come back to power in 3.5 years, we're going to change everything. We're going to make everything better. In fact, we're going to freak out the Americans and invade Iraq.
That's bang on again. Well, here's the thing, and I talked about this. You know, Randy, my producer here, the second we saw that John Walsh's face came on, his words out of his mouth, uncanny, which is true. I mean, it's almost like you could be him.
I have been him.
Well, here's my question, is that, you know, certainly people must confuse you all the time with him, and my question is this. Has there ever been a time or multiple times where you kind of said, you know what, I'm going to ride this out and let the person think I'm John Walsh?
It happens.
Do tell.
4, 5, 6 times this year so far. 2011. I'm on a subway. I'm walking at the X. I'm somewhere, and the American tourists will walk up to me and say, yeah, you're that guy, huh? You're that guy, Jan Welsh. I go, who, sir? You're that Jan. Yeah, Jan, right? I go, what, Jan and Dean? Let's go surfing up, everybody surfing. No, not Jan. Jan Welsh. America's Most Wanted. You're that guy, right? Huh? I says, yes, I am. I said, listen, you got any papers? I want to roll one. They run away. They just run away. They can't believe John Walsh would ask for some papers.
So good, man. Listen. We got, man, my cheekbones are hurting.
Jan Welsh.
Jan. As opposed to Gian Gameshi, who has a show on CBC radio. So I want you to finish. We got about, I'd say about 5 to 7 minutes left here. I want you to do your how to pick up girls in Quebec bit. But before we do that, give me 1 or 2 of your favorite people to impersonate. I know you got to give me a little Dr. Ruth. Little Dr. Ruth, please.
Hello, this is Dr. Ruth again. You like the way I roll my R's? After the show, I'll roll some J's for you.
So is it safe to say you smoke weed? Is that
Sometimes
safe
I
to
do.
say?
Well, you know, sometimes we
I'm
do
getting
that.
that vibe here.
But I have a new phone sex show. You call in, and you don't get off in 30 minutes. The call is free. But you have to listen to me.
Who else do you like to do? Who are some of your other favorites? Sports guys? Not the commentators, but, you know.
Will the mic pick up my Clinton?
I think so. Maybe if you move the, look, this thing, I don't know. No, is it? Okay, you're good. We're good.
Okay, let me just say, I did not have sex relations with that woman. No, not Monica. I'm talking Sheila Copps. I wouldn't touch her with Michael Jackson's gloves on. Well, I do say that I love coming up here to Toronto, Canada, Ontario. They always say it wrong, don't they? For $150,000 a speech. Hell, I love it here. Then we visit all the lap dance joints. This is heaven up here for me. Hillary doesn't know what the hell I'm doing up here.
You know this goes live to the web, Bill. She's going to be watching.
Hi, Hillary. How you doing? I'm just doing Bill. Not really doing him, but I'm doing him. He's a great president, too.
Did you ever get to meet him?
I have not yet met Bill Clinton, and I was very close. I was supposed to do the opening 5-6 minute bit for one of his speeches.
But the agent involved didn't think it was worth the $2,000 that an opening act would get for something like that. He didn't think it was worth it.
So did you want to kill your agent after that?
Yes,
or?
yes.
Okay.
yes.
Is
Well,
he
he was
still
told
your
by
agent?
the promoter.
Oh,
He was told by the promoter.
Okay. I gotcha.
But I told him I would do no Monica jokes. I would
Right.
do no fellatio in the White House jokes. I would do nothing like that. I would just talk and do his talk like Bill Clinton golfing with Jean Chrétien, because they golf all the time, you know. And Chrétien used to say, "Hey, Bill, hey, don't hit my birdie, eh? Or else I'm going to hit your bogey."
Awesome, bro. Well, I'll tell you what, we got 5 minutes left here. I am so grateful that you came onto the show today, dude. Like, I got to get used to this if the show continues to carry on like this, because my cheekbones are absolutely killing me right now. Actually, Nicole, you could probably make a mask out of my face right now at the way my bone is.
You mean that's not the mask?
That's not the mask. We all wear masks. So I'm going to give this last 5 minutes here.
It's not a 5-minute bit.
5 minutes for looking so good, Richard.
Okay.
I know. I'm not a comedian.
I'll just
I
keep
know.
doing the bit then.
Well,
Just
whatever
tell
you
me when to
want.
stop,
But
yeah.
you know, this we talked about this, the how to pick up girls bit. I mean, only if you feel you're comfortable with it, because I could learn a thing or two. Because
Okay.
I don't know how to do that. Man.
The problem in the Ontario guys, especially the Leaf fans, that go down to the Montreal Forum, the Bell Center. They pack buses and buses and buses and trains. If there's 21,000 attendants at the Bell Center, 6,000 or 7,000, 8,000 are Leaf fans. Okay, and they come down on a Friday night, and they party on Friday, party on Saturday, go to Leaf game, and go back on Sunday. But the mistake they make is trying to pick up the French girls down there, and they just don't know what the hell they're doing. As you know, last call in Montreal is about 4:35. Or as they
3
say,
o'clock, but I got you.
or if you say you got the cash, you can stay. And the Ontario guys will go up to the girls, 2:30, 2:45, and ask them to dance for a slow one. And the French girls just look at them and go, "Monsieur, where you from come?
Where are you from, cuz?
It's got to be Ontario. You see, I'm not going to give you the slow one unless you dance with me 3 times the fast one. This way I see how you shake your booty, and maybe perhaps I'm going to spend some time with you. But don't ask me for the slow one so you can grind against me, which I know you want, and I know you got erection, I can tell already. So don't come to me. Wait, do the fast dance, okay, monsieur? And show me what you got. You can do the cha-cha-cha, you can do la mamamba, you can do the rock and roll, you can do the Jean Chrétien, you can do anything you want. But don't pass on me the slow one all the time. Okay. Now, you got something to smoke? You don't even know how to put the filter in. I'll roll it so quick like that. Ben oui, ça sent. Hey, do that now. Smoke that, come back, talk to me.
Awesome. Another fantastic show here. They keep getting better. We had 2 wonderful guests, Nicole Ratchin. Thank you so much. And Frenchie McFARLANE, yes. I'm just characters. I was Frenchie Nicholson. Give me a handshake, brother. You were awesome. And a big round of applause.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Round of applause.
Okay, thank you.
We will have the episode hopefully up within the week. At which point we will also put on the websites for both of our guests. And you can find both of them on Facebook. Absolutely. You're under Craig McFarlane because they had an issue with Frenchie or
They didn't want to put
is.
it. They wouldn't allow me. So
Yeah, and Nicole can be found Princess Penelope Pamplemousse. You can like her
Pamplemousse.
page. And my name is Baldini. I'm on Facebook, but hurry, I'm hitting 5,000. When we get there, you know, no more friends.
5,000.
5,000.
Wow.
I'd like to thank Randy Thomas, our producer, the man in charge, the commander-in-chief. We got Hugh O'Reilly here. Aaron and Theo darted again. And all of my friends here, by the way, this is the biggest studio audience we have so far. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming down and supporting the show. And you guys came to a great show. Until next time, my name is Baldini, and this has been the Magical Arts Hour. See you soon. Isn't that just like to trip up on?